Hi guys, it's Christy 951. Well, today I'm going to give you some tips on how to trim your own bangs. So I just recently trimmed mine. I haven't worn a straight bang in quite some time. So if you want to wear a similar fringe, bang, fringe, depending on how you like to say it, first of all, the only thing you'll need is a comb and a pair of scissors, preferably a pair of scissors that are sharp all the way to the tip. Cutting shears, it needs to be pointed, because if they're just regular flat, then it's just not going to work as well. Okay, so you want to make sure, now, to be honest, bangs are different depending on the thickness of your hair, the height of your forehead, how far your hairline comes down. If you're following, if you wear a sweeping bang or a regular bang, and you're in between haircuts and your bangs are just in your eyes, this is a really quick way of just take the bangs that your hairdresser had already cut for you and trim them up along the lines that she gave you, her guide. And the best way of going about it, let's just say I was going to cut off, that much, which I'm not cutting off any. You want to go in this direction. This is called point cutting. You don't want to go like this, especially if you don't know what you're doing, because you could completely mess it up. So when you're going in, you want to be cutting like this. So it can be a little jagged, that's okay. It looks more natural that way. So if you can follow the lines that she gave you, then you'll end up with a pretty decent bang trim. Now if you're wanting to cut bangs for yourself, that's a little different. Let's just say we're doing your traditional triangle fold fringe here. You want to make sure, like I said, depending on your thickness of your hair and how far your hairline goes down, if you've got really far down hairline and it's really thick hair, you want to make sure that you don't go back too far, because you're going to just have this massive amount of bangs. So you want to basically take a triangular section like so. And you don't want it to go pretty much, it's like the middle towards the last 3/4 of your eyebrows. Now, of course, it's individual for most people. Your eyes are wide set, close set, or whatever it may be. So just kind of guesstimate for the most part, and just try and make your lines as straight as possible. Get the rest out of the way. Now you can do it both wet or dry. If you trim your bangs when your hair is dry, you don't have to worry about the hair shrinking up and going, oh my gosh, I cut off too much. But you want to make sure that it's nice and straight, so if you do cut it dry, that you can make sure that you get everything. So if we're going to cut your fringe here, got my triangular, you can see that. Let's see, it's hard for me to see here. I want to make sure that it's pretty straight, pretty even on both sides for the most part there. Okay. And if you pull it together like this, what will happen is it will slightly curve around your eyes, be slightly longer over here, which is okay, unless you're wanting it, really straight across. And like I said, you want to make sure that you point cut, and don't cut your fingers, cutting in this direction. And then just kind of take little chops, and then lay it down and check it out to see if it's the right length. Now if you're doing a side sweeping bang, you're going to, of course, depending on what side, you're going to part it on that side. And you're going to start with a shorter guide over here and work your way here. I don't have sweeping bangs right now. I have in the past, actually earlier today I did. So if this is where you part your hair, let's just say, okay, you're going to still take a triangle, but it's going to be more like this and that if we're sweeping off to that side. And then you take your scissors. I've obviously got some long hairs in there, but I'm not really cutting. And start shorter to longer. okay, if you're going to do the side sweep. Shorter to longer. And of course, the variation of the side sweep can be, you know, longer, starting here and working your way to this edge. So I was just giving you some quick tips because a lot of people can't get into their hairdresser just to get a quick bang trim. So I thought that this might help. Point cutting, sharp scissors. If you do it on dry hair, you have less errors because you don't have to worry about your hair shrinking up because wet hair does hang longer than dry hair. So if you have any questions, please do ask, and I hope this helps. Thanks. Have a great day.